Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first Storm King's Thunder of 2018. Yay! We survived the year somehow, folks. So, it's been quite a while since we last had a session. And I think it would be better if I actually explained a little bit of what happened. So, the party had encountered a stone giant, and the stone giant's son had a long conversation with said stone giant, and bargain was made in regards to a belief at the fact that perhaps things aren't all as they seem in stone giant in giant culture in general. Something is working against them. He wanted the small, somewhat easier to sneak around when they're not in a flying bird party to go and investigate rather than him, and that he would hesitate for a while on his own orders until that. And so the party decided, let's go. Up they get, and they proceed to go to, I believe, two. Did you get to two last night, or did you only get to
No.
one? No, I'm sorry, last night, I say. Last SKT.
We went to
Last
one,
year.
and then
Last year.
teleported. We went to
Everland.
We went to the Elk one, and then we
Yep.
teleported to Everland.
Silverland, and then we're going, probably, I think we're going to the well, right? That's a very strong guess.
Guys, I can't
Well,
remember. Did we
well,
say that we
well,
bought
well.
some magic ink to refill our supply?
You
You
did.
did, yes.
Okay.
We did we buy it, or did we get here and then end the
You
session?
bought it.
You
I
bought
said
it.
I put the money down for it. But what is also noted is that I think
I
someone
did.
at some
We're going
point
Burn
did
as
in
well.
fact- I do believe at some point as well someone did in fact find Roman Nomarin's donkey, which is in the stables and
Yes.
has been well kept since. A chemical cart and all.
Nico is well and good.
I hope he's been fed.
Oh yeah, he'll been taken
Oh,
care of.
yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, I did call my donkey, Nico, to be,
I did.
considerate of my cousin.
Yes. And that,
It's
which is
always
more
been that.
awkward now that we have actually met your cousin.
Yeah.
Do I say this joke or don't I?
Always.
Are you saying that your cousin is an ass?
Hey!
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
Okay.
Well, he's not saying it.
No, I'm
So
right now saying it. Yeah. He's an ass.
you guys were deciding on going to Barun as a well, correct?
Yes. Did we do
Yep.
a long? We've long rested.
I assume we've
right?
long rested.
But
We'll
I
say at this
teleported.
point you guys did get rest in town. It's pittance to you guys at this point, so there's no real mention or need to say it.
Oh yeah, it was just for. It's just I have to roll the recharging.
I think technically we didn't need to because we didn't have a fight encounter at the elk thing, so everybody's like at full everything.
I mean,
Everyone's
we
full
haven't
everything,
got-
but Huru is.
Oh yeah,
exhausted.
we have to
Hero
rest
needs
for
to
Hero.
rest. And I used a spell, and that was it. I used a couple of spells.
You guys used a few spells to lift a very heavy rock that weighed several tons.
Which I very bravely stuck my arm under, which in hindsight was probably very stupid.
No, I didn't roll anything. You're fine. The moment I start rolling is when you all should be scared. That's going for his dice.
Okay,
So.
so where's my Huru stick?
Where's your Huru stick?
I don't know, I can't see it on the map. The Huru stick is missing.
I believe we deleted it.
Okay, then we
Who
shall...
deleted the Huru stick?
Well,
Damn it.
I think only you can. It's okay, we can make a new one. I'm going to do it over the ocean. Which is 114.
Okay, let me do it. Yeah, it's a free. I'm just gonna do a freehand line.
About there, about there.
I want to put an open question to the group. Do we need to teleport again today?
Where could we teleport to?
Might.
Well, once
It's a
we
bit
get
early
this
to
item,
say, actually.
well,
We
I
don't
need
know
to know.
how things are going to play out.
Should I prepare it?
If you don't, what's the alternative?
Camping
Run.
in the forest.
Well, yeah, but that's
Like,
not. Never
what
mind.
spell would you prepare in place of that?
Oh, no. We said we were
a
going
combat spell.
to go from Everland to Felbar because they'd be in range. then
Well,
Belbar.
what I've got written down is Fantolin, Flintlock, Evelyn to burn as well to the Allfather.
Wait, Evelyn to Flintlock.
No, Flintlock to Evelyn.
Flintlock to
Evelyn to
Evelyn,
burn
which we
as well.
did.
Yeah.
Evelyn to Brian as well. Brian as well to
Flintlock to the
Felbar.
Allfather.
Yeah, I think Citadel Felabar is right though, because we can't get to Barone as well in one go, but we can get to Citadel Felabar in one go. So we were going to rest there because we know it's somewhat safe, and then go to Barone as well.
We'll see.
Okay, I'm not going to prepare Civilization Shuffle then.
Okay.
I don't think if we're not going to go to any of the places I know, then we're not going to need it.
So to Citadel Felabar then.
Okay. Sorry, I had a mouthful of crisps.
Good job.
It was delicious.
Probably.
Don't believe me, ask the dishes.
Hey.
You guys can get to the outskirts with a Haru run and then walk the rest of the way, which will end up taking most of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, you all assemble up again. Up you go. And fly off, do you do. Do a little bit of a as you guys fly away.
Aww.
Because, you know, Donkey's like, where the fuck you gone?
He's leaving me again!
Son of a bitch!
No, I'm pretty sure that donkey would be perfectly fine with all the carrots and hay he's probably getting.
He's having a cushy life at the moment.
Yeah. He's been on the road forever, so, I mean...
Okay. You guys fly and you continue your traversing across to the outskirts of Citadel Felbar. You actually do manage to land somewhat near the old ruins of a place that Glory will know quite well.
Oh.
One of the few outskirt villages of Citadel Felbar.
Yikes, let's avoid that if we can. I'd rather not confront that again.
It is basically like one of the closest points, but you can land somewhere near it, but the walkway does take you up that way and then up through. Too.
Yeah. Okay then. That'll probably be the way Glory knows which way to walk to anyway.
Glory leads on, and you guys traverse through. It is barren. It's charred. There's a lot of heavy damage. Seemed like this place was less of a raiding, like say tribal, where it's find what we need and leave, and this is more of an example.
Glory doesn't say anything, just keeps her head down.
There are around as well. There are piles of ashes.
Ashka very, very carefully tries to take hold of Glory's hand as comfortingly as she possibly can.
She lets you. It's different coming back here now, because the last time I was here I didn't know if my mother was alive or dead, or if... I didn't know what the hell was going on, but... Well, I still don't know what's going on. Now this is just bitter.
Past is past, Cariad. We can't but move forward.
I'm with you.
There are small scavenging creatures around, but that's pretty much
My people! I watch them with interest, the scavengers.
It's only, you can spot a few rodents every now and again, carrion bird maybe once or twice, but
Yep, I just appreciate the work they're doing.
it's a small, not even large number of anything here. This place has pretty much just been salted. And you move through, progress up past it, and that's it. You move straight on past it.
Random question.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to see any, say, little sproutlings of green or any
Around
grass
it? No.
trying to come through?
For like half a mile, there's nothing. It's been scorched.
I was hoping to have a Wally boot situation, but there we go.
Fortunately not. This place has indeed, the earth has been salted here.
Sometimes
Nature
people
will
get
fix itself in
angry.
time.
Yeah, I imagine it will. Won't be the same though.
If you see the rats and whatnot, it's already starting the process. Scavengers ensure that this will never be the end.
Good. It shouldn't be.
You guys move through, up towards those massive, now slightly repaired. It has been a few weeks, nearly, actually almost maybe half a month, since you've been to Felbar and the attack on Felbar. There are repairs being done. A lot of you see something horrifying as you do approach. One of the large, giant-sized cannons has been repurposed and is now aiming out away from the city. And while it does appear to take 24 dwarfs to load, when it fires, it hits, and it will fucking hurt. You guys seem to have arrived on the heels of a orc attack. There's about maybe 4 dozen orcs just piled up at the bottom of the very long steps that lead up towards the little fell bar. And the bodies have been burned.
Excellent.
I'll wink at them with my new eye. Yeah.
Oh god, that's an old throwback.
That's old.
That's old.
And thankfully none of them are alive, otherwise a spectral javelin would be thrown at you right now.
Jesus.
I'm still picturing them different colours.
Heterochromia virus.
Zero has no idea what he's doing, so when he looks at it, it's like, ew. I don't approve of necrophilia. If you're going
Anyway,
if you're going to engage in such activity, at least tell me so I can protect you from half a dozen different diseases.
Anyway.
You guys move your way up into Citadel Felbar, and it seems like a lot of the iron that, say, some of the dead giants, the large heavy plates, have been repurposed as well, and melted down in some form or another, and now being used on the new door. The new doors. And
Nice.
you notice something as well, as you are moving up at the top of the steps. There's at least half a dozen iron golems. Shield and sword, pretty much facing out like the Emperor's army, almost. Each one with a distinct hammer crest on the left breast, like the top side of it. Almost like a badge or a Medal of Honor sort of thing. Unless you guys want to interact with anyone, we'll say that you guys can camp here and then move on again.
Really random
I want to
question.
interact with Ask. Ask.
I wanted to do something in Felbar.
Yeah, I have a really random lore question.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you saying specifically that the Thane symbol had something very, very similar.
It's not a Thane symbol. That's different to this. Make a history check.
Hang on. First roll, dude.
First roll of the year, no pressure.
Do it. Okay.
It's gonna be a great year.
Gonna be average.
Yeah, about.
Could be good, could be bad.
Whilst you don't know much about Cyril Felbar's way of life compared to your own. What you do know is, when it comes to Cyril Felbar, or when it comes to dwarves, the symbol that's on their chest is the symbol of the dead. I mean, this is something that would often be placed on coffins. At least that's the case in Gauntled Grim. And Varys, did you say you wanted to do something?
Yeah, I wanted to generally just go around Felbar. I don't know if there's a library or anything in Felbar, but I want to go around generally just looking into the place we're going. Is it Barona? Not Barona, but I can't pronounce it.
Can't pronounce it because it's
Bior-
covered over with scribbles.
That as well. Barona, Bioruna
Verona.
as well. Barona as well. I want to just ask around
Fioruna.
town, get
Fioruna,
some
I
general
look at it and
investigate.
read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Just
want to
get
try and
some
investigate
general
about it?
knowledge. Yeah, just ask around, read some books, get some general knowledge of where we're going.
Okay, make a investigation check.
Investigation. Oh, so we're gonna rest, aren't we? I'll use luck. Well,
Well,
we're gonna
Well.
rest.
what you learn of Verona as well is that it tends to. There isn't much described about it. It is just known as like somewhere that is marked on maps, but few people ever travel to. It is meant to be a large chasm as its entrance, but besides that, not much. You don't seem to ask the right people.
No, that's cool. Yeah, that was it. Nothing else really. I'll just go back and chill.
Kirak, you wanted to do something with Ash?
Yes. What time of day is it when we get to Felbar?
Oh, you're pushing at that point mid-afternoon.
Okay.
About maybe 3 p.m., 4 p.m.
Okay. I go up to Ashka and I'm just like, hey, that's
Uncle Ross?
the place that we just went through. Do you think I had a thought? Do you think we could do something for it? I feel
We
like
can certainly, we can certainly try, Uncle Ross.
I
We can
think
certainly
we could.
try.
I think we could. I can take us there very, very quickly. If you want, I can get Whom out, my owl. We could fly on over and you can have a look, if you want to. I don't know what good it'll do, but it might make people
I shoot.
feel better.
Ashka shoots a quick little glance to Glory. That shoots
Glory's
back,
not paying attention.
and then shoots back to Uncle Lars and said, "I like the way you think, Uncle Lars. See what we can do."
Okay, I'll try and help however I can. And
Ashka will.
we summon Fu and we go back to the burnt village. In quotation
The
marks.
village that can quite easily be referred to as the Red Run.
Right.
As
Take
it
it,
is.
I'm not
essentially the
involved in any of this.
Well, they didn't ask you.
Uh,
But we'll say that it is Red Run Village, as it is the village of Red Run Road.
So
Are we?
I guess we
quick question.
land down and I just be like,
Yeah, it's too late to call Zero over now.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Nah, you're already flying. You're like, that would have been a good idea. Well,
Yeah.
I'm 200 feet in the air.
Never mind.
Kirak likes to fly high.
Zero's going to spend his time finishing
No.
off that potion.
I expect that Turk is still in the celestial sky at the moment, so, for lack of a better term.
So,
Eating out of the celestial trough.
aww.
Oh. There's a star pig waiting. Star, no. Sorry.
Adorable, but don't kill your DM.
I should have made that moon pig. I'm sorry. Okay, carry on.
Okay.
Moving on. Moving on.
Yeah, so I guess we land
Moving
down
on.
and sort of just examine the ground and stuff for a while.
Okay. Make investigation check.
I will do so as well.
Ooh.
Damn, Bird.
Ooh. Woo! we are determined.
Both of you, Ash, you get this a lot quicker than Kirak does, but Kirak, you do eventually pick it up yourself. The Earth is salted, and that basically means that salting the Earth implies that it cannot grow crops, it cannot regrow. And in your investigation check, you realize the city is less like something that has been bludgeoned in by brute force, and more, to give you a equivalent in our world, Pompeii.
Ah.
As you enter you enter houses which you passed by before in your investigation, there are people frozen in place, horrified. Ashk, you have read. It was just in passing long ago, but you read on an elemental, like a prime elemental's fury. Particularly in this instance, you looked at one of fire, and that it could essentially, with but a wave of its hand, cause an eruption of magma to pour open from the plane of fire onto any place. It looks like this has happened here. And afterwards, someone diligently went over it, ensuring that it was salted, ruined, and could never be used again. At present, you know that to say restore, for example, just for both of you now, this piece, you know that it would take years of careful tilling to actually work the salt out, because at this point it's already embedded in. It basically just drains away all moisture, drains away any hope. This place is ruined, but you know that the recovery process would be slow, methodical, and would take years. And both of you, at some point, you investigate one of the larger houses. And you're just looking around. Kirak, you go upstairs to it for some point. And this house looks like it belonged to a larger family. Maybe 6 or 7 at some point, even. And Kirak, you move into one of the rooms, and underneath your foot, a floorboard creaks. You examine, and it easily pops off, and there is even a small chest there, like a small little container, more for jewelry. And you open it up, and inside there is a little necklace, almost designed for a child, be more for something on the wrist now for an adult, and small teddy bear, undamaged. Ashk, you go to another building and you investigate the basement at one point, trying to see if there's anything that, just more investigating to see what was done here. And in the corner, you see 5 pale, ashen-faced people shaking, huddling each other, and looking towards you. Make a perception check. You're caught off in this moment by the actual sight of these people. And one of them weakly says to you, "Are you?"
What's that? Are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? Ashka sort of lets herself relax a little bit after being tensed up by seeing it and says, we might be here to help.
Can you bury us? Now, stepping a little bit closer, you see that there are 5 bodies piled up in the corner that the ghosts are in front of. It is one for each, and they look exhausted, desperate, and broken.
Ashka puts a fist to her heart and her arm bewails. We certainly will. You suffered long enough. Let me honor you by this.
And we'll say for the next... and it's weird, Ash. You step closer, and just your presence seems to push them away. Like as if there was something that is stopping them. They don't seem aggressive, they seem scared, confused. And one of the bodies is that of a child. Child of which is held up against what seems to be their mother's spirit's leg, confused at what's going on.
Hello?
Yo.
Hey.
Yeah, it seemed like one or two things dropped there, but it seems people are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're here anyway, Stace.
Good.
Cool. I was just saying, like, are we back?
We're back. We're good.
We're back. We're good. We're good. Is Kirak from
No, she's
right now?
currently upstairs. She's away from you right now.
Is she within earshot?
Am I in the same house or a different house?
Different house,
Okay.
but you could raise your voice loud enough for her to hear you.
Angelos, your help here.
Huh? I quickly shut the chest, shove it in my bag, and come out.
You come out, and she calls you once or twice more, and you can discern that she's in the building, and you follow the path of... What is disturbing to you is you could tell when your party walked through because there were footprints in the ash, and you can follow her footprints in the house down to where she is. The dwarf, they're big, they're heavy, they're obvious. And you
Hey.
walk down and you see this scene.
Oh, what? Ask?
Would you do me of helping these people?
Sure. How can I do that?
They need a proper burial.
Oh, okay. Okay, do you want to go back outside, or...?
I would bury them in fresh, fertile land rather than here.
Yeah. Was there like
But I may need...
a clear edge to where the sort of like... Was there an edge?
There was an obvious point where
Okay.
it just stopped being... it is essentially where it goes from soot and ash to barely living grass to then flourishing grass. It would take you the better part of an hour or 3 to do this properly.
I'm imagining it if you've ever seen, say, the aftermath of when a volcanic eruption happens. There's a very, very clear ridge.
There is a clear...
where the destruction has happened. So it's more finding where that ridge is.
Which you do. And
Yeah.
we can say you begin burying. And when you
As
bring the
this-
bodies, when you bring each, depending on how you do it, but for every body brought, that spirit follows that body.
I'll probably use floating disc to try and bring them all up, so they're
You can
together.
bring
how
you could
how
bring
I'm-
3 of them easily on the
Yeah.
disc.
how is I carry about 2-3 people with my strength.
You could carry
Um,
2 without damaging bodies.
Yeah, but the reason why I wanted Kirok to come over is that I knew that she would have some strength in order to carry the remaining ones as well.
Which you guys do, and with the floating disc as well, you manage to get everyone together. And as you're burying, and you begin burying, if each one that you give a proper burial to, you give it to one, and it's a younger boy, maybe late teens, and he disappears. And all 4 of the others look over to him in some moment of scare. And the mother, which has been quite heavily in that one, asks, "Bury me next. I can be waiting for her." And she looks over and moves the child, "Stay with Papa."
Don't worry.
We follow their
Don't
wishes.
worry. I follow the instructions. But as I'm doing this, I'm
Praying
if
your
I-
butt
if-
off.
yeah. But if I was any fluent that I am, I would be saying a hymn and saying a prayer in Welsh right now. But because I imagine Welsh is roughly Dwarvish.
Close to Dwarvish.
I can't really say it. I know in the back of my mind I'm going, I know the Lord's Prayer in Welsh, but I cannot for the life of me say
Oh,
We'll say that you do it. It's okay. We'll say you do it.
Yeah.
And you have the prayers, and the last one to be buried is the father. And as you put the body in and begin closing it over, there is something wrong with that village. There's the anger of what happened there lingers. Shades can be seen and heard at times. Something is wrong. And off he goes then as you bury him.
Dang, I was gonna try and say something to him before he left, but there we go.
Okay.
When
You two are covered in
finished-
ash.
Yeah. When we
Ashky
finish,
ass.
Kirok just sort of looks around a little unsure and casts See Invisibility just to see what she can see in the old ethereal plane.
When you cast the invisibility, you see something and come down to Demon Whispers.
Oh god, what have I signed myself up for?
Damn it!
Ah!
Shh, no more screaming, child. So, the vision the father spoke of, you begin seeing when you cast this a hulking figure, probably standing above all the houses, head and shoulders, but on the outskirts, the farthest north of Redrun, of the village. It is ethereal in its essence, as if it's only a shade left there. And it's just recognizable. It's the Duke.
What?
And he roars out, and as he does, lava pours from his mouth and washes over the village. And you hear the screams of dozens, maybe hundreds, and then it fades away until he reappears again and bellows again. and appears and bellows again. This village, the sheer horror of the event that has occurred here, was left to such a severe scar that it in itself, the sheer energy that was performed here, lingers. Back down when you go.
That's heavy.
Shop at Game Tea?
Ask. Ask. He's right. There's a shadow over this place. It's like an echo of the past. She sort of like she sort of
you may
has to sit down.
Sorry, Ragnar just got dropped.
Ah no!
I know.
God damn it!
I can see disconnecting a minute ago.
He was
Trying to roleplay.
No.
Thanks for your commentary, girls.
You should see the commentary that's in this fucking book.
Wait,
While she's away, since I'm finishing off my healing potion, do I have to roll on some sort of table or something?
Make one final. You're just making a simple healing potion, correct?
Yep, just a basic healing potion. It's my first one ever done though, so it might.
I'll say make a. I think I've made you make medicine checks in the past. This one will be an Arcana check. See if you can properly suffuse it.
Okay.
All you know, this is a perfectly working healing potion.
I'm going to say I have gotten some regents from my cart while we were in Everland.
Oh, that's fine to do.
And I'm also just going to make a random ass potion. Just to basically start working on a random one. Not sure what I would
be
get.
like, Roman, did I do this right?
As you just see a giant table in front of you, just set up with bits and bobs. Just like, what?
Yeah, I imagine I sat with you trying to make it. Since I'm getting into the healing potions, not the rest of the fancier stuff, but. Does look
So,
right,
but I have to
Roman.
make a check.
This is going to be a straight Arcana check for you.
Nice.
It's a good potion. It's gonna do what it does. It's just a normal healing potion. It is solid in its construction. Definitely not gonna make anyone sick or anything like that. It's not mal-made. It is actually for a first time. It's a very, very good first time.
Excellent.
Oh, I meant for a random potion.
Oh, for yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
But I mean, that's fine. I'm good with telling. Oh
sorry.
yeah, you're perfect. Good job.
Didn't mean to steal your good roll.
No, good.
No, but I will say you could, as you were working, you look over at his like, oh, yeah, that's nice, and you tip away with your own. And what kind of potion did you want to make?
To be honest, if you want to just roll and find and do it,
If
that'd be far from me.
Sorry, are we interrupting you eating?
You would like.
I'm sorry, I'm eating a German Broschen. So sorry.
A German burp.
It's a little dry, so it's getting caught in my throat.
I'm actually gonna do something that I think is rather adorably funny. So we'll see if I can pull this off. If I do it right, where is the fucking page for this shit? No, that's not it. Fuck is it? It's over here. Roll a d100.
Ooh.
19.
Okay, give me a second. I want to check something.
Did I not make actually a potion, but I made an item by accident? Just like,
No, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know yet. Just you. Roll a d18. Y'all heard me.
Thank God for the internet.
Yes.
Because now we have Zenith's
You
guide.
performed a minor potion, a potion of performance.
Cool.
When you drink this, you gain proficiency to this one skill for 1 day. So basically, you drink this, and you're going to be proficient with performance.
For a day.
Yeah, I used the minor beneficial properties thing, and I just decided, you know what? Let's just roll and say he gets one for a day. Because
That's
it's
cool.
something minor and simple, but also funny. I'll ignore the spell stuff, like say, oh, you can cast a spell, but everything else I'll say you can tip away with.
That's pretty
Fair
cool.
enough.
You could use that to make some money or something.
Roll a natural 20, you can get some real good shit. For 1 day,
What, on
you
an
want
18?
that?
One night only.
No, that was only because it was a D100, and on the minor beneficials, that is gain proficiency in one skill of the DM's choice. I rolled a D18 of the fucking skills, see which skill it would be. But if it was a natural 20, I'd be looking at the major benefits and being like, for a day, you're gonna be good.
But yeah, I think this is basically if I have no RP reason to be out or anything.
Making
or,
shit.
Yeah, just basically be sitting here making potions.
We'll say the
Yeah.
potion can only last. Actually, you know what? Roll me a D8. The potion will last for 6 days, so you have to use it within 6 days.
Whoa.
Okay.
So use it within 6 days. It will last 1 day.
Your potion has a sell-by date.
Well, I'm pretty,
Apparently.
being what I am, I'm pretty good at making things last longer than they normally would. Is there anything I can do to help in that
No,
regard?
sit down. No,
Okay, just asking.
no, you're
Since
not.
me and Roman are sitting from the other end of the table and he's teaching me alchemy, it's like, you know, if you keep that, if you mix that with a bit of this, it'll last longer.
He just wants to help.
He does, but I'm telling you.
I'm just
no.
happy I made a potion. I'm going to compile my notes and tell Glory I'm going to have to not just use Roman's, although it technically the rules say I don't have to, but I'm probably going to buy my own kit for the boiling and whatnot. And, you know, that isn't a pair of shears and whatnot. So I'll probably buy my own cooking kit would probably be the closest, rather than a full-blown alchemy kit, since I already have a herbalism kit.
I mean,
I'm asking the DM.
I'm listening.
Would I need an alchemy kit, or because I imagine I borrowed
An alchemy
some
kit would
first one.
be.
There is alchemist tools.
There are. Yeah, isn't that in? Is that just the normal, or is that in Xanathar's?
I
No,
it's
that's
part of
a
the normal
normal-
toolset, so I assume that
Yeah.
Xanathar's has instructions on how they work. I've never read
Because I
them.
might buy my own kit, so I don't always have to borrow
Hang on.
Roman.
Never actually read.
Xanathar's, I call you.
Xanathar, we need information.
Basically,
Fuck, I don't
with
have
the,
it.
The alchemist tools, it's basically proficiency in Arcana when dealing with potions. Main
Yeah,
thing
it
is
says I can
making
do it with
potions
just the
with it.
herbalism kit, but I feel like some of the cooking and whatnot aspects of it would require
Medicine.
more.
This tool proficiency grants additional insight when you treat someone suffering from alcohol poisoning.
Yep.
Isn't that
Yeah,
what
see,
you were
I'll
trying to
get it
do?
if only
That
for
was
that.
what you were trying to do earlier.
He's trying to figure out if he could be affected by alcohol poisoning, which he found out he could.
Yeah, there's actually.
Mind you, Roman helped me pump a whole bunch of venom in me, and that was fine.
Just inject
Yeah.
it into my veins.
Again, I didn't like helping you with it, but
Doesn't actually say anything about crafting a potion specifically.
He doesn't know, so I'm kind of making shit up as I go.
Yeah, healing potion is actually separate to regular stuff. It actually says you just need a healing kit according to Xanathar's guide, but I figured, you know, I'll put in a bit of extra money so I have my own.
You can use this tool proficiency to create alchemical items. A character can spend money to collect raw materials, which weigh £1 for every 50 GP cent. The DM can allow a character to make a check using the indicated skill with advantage. As part of a long rest, you can use alchemist supplies to make 1 dose of acid, alchemist fire, antitoxin, oil, perfume, or soap. Subtract half the value of the created items from the total GP worth of raw materials.
I'm just going to go ahead and assume that...
So there's a rough guide to what you can do.
Yeah, well, I don't imagine I can do that sort of thing. That's more of a Roman thing.
Yeah.
I'm more of a. I can really only do the healing potions with my knowledge.
Yes.
But I was thinking I should probably have a bit more than just a herbalism kit. Maybe a brewer's kit?
I mean, with the
Nah, Brewer's
herbalism
doesn't do
kit,
it.
the herbalism kit is basically, you can identify most plants with a quick inspection of their appearance and smell.
Yeah, you can use it
Yeah.
to do
And-
medicine checks and identify plants and things, but there's...
And then
It says I have
when you travel in the
mortar,
wild,
pestle, pouches, and vials.
It's up to the DM, but it does. Under alchemist supplies, it talks about alchemical crafting, but it does say you can use this tool proficiency. So it doesn't matter whether you buy the kit; you have to be proficient in using it in order to get advantage from it.
yeah,
I just felt like I
in
should
terms of
use.
advantage anyway.
I should have buy a pot or something because I feel like I should. Maybe not. Maybe herbalism kit does
I'm
have
sure you've
everything
got
I
like
need
a
in it.
little bowl or something you can use.
Yeah.
But yes, so there we go. Tool proficiencies, everybody.
But yeah. I can also make antitoxins.
Yes, you
That's
can.
the two things I can make: healing potions
can
and
I.
antitoxins.
By
You
follow
got- you can do, but I'm not as fancy as you are. That's why
Also, I'm gonna
we
make
can
you
have a little craft. We can have little craft sessions.
don't
Not the
worry,
other way. We'll sit around and do a
after
bit
the
of
next
crafting.
long rest, you're gonna have some perfume that's gonna make you smell beautiful.
See,
Because I
You
forgot
know
that
how-
was a thing in there.
Do some
Guys-
basket weaving.
Guys, you know how there's Stitch and Bitch? Like that's an actual thing like knitters go to. I'm trying to think of like
Yeah.
brew with the crew.
Hey!
I'm trying to think of something for conversation that rhymes with brew.
No, that's just the name
Okay.
of that's just the name of the
Brew with Drew?
biannual Castle Crew pub crawl.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Potion pals.
This is adorable.
Bruce Clues.
So currently she's having signal problems where she's trying to get back on as soon as possible.
Okay, well, other people can continue.
Yeah, we'll say
In
that
the
other people can
meantime.
continue. And Carls, I love you. Don't be mad at me.
I'm not.
I'm not mad.
You can't be mad because there was literally no hint
I
of
can't
hey,
be
you
mad
guys should go
because-
back here. It was literally just me and Stacey like, we should go back there and
Oh,
see if
no.
we can help.
It's absolutely fine. I just know where Dust's pulling some of these things from, and that is emphatically my fault.
Hey, Dash. So we've got something to do. Felbar is where Bugman's Brewery is, right?
Yes.
Anyone want
Oh,
to
yeah.
go to a brew?
There is the pub. You could go get fucked.
After
I still have some.
Hello.
Yeah, why use our own supplier? Oh, by the way, Stacey's back.
Yeah, never mind.
You lot were going out for the sesh.
Drinking
Nah.
some wine.
Glory's too busy brooding.
I still have
Really good.
eight mugs left of it.
I'm too busy
Stop.
brooding to drink.
Bugman's is.
I'm getting them mixed
no,
up. Is
Bugman's
Bugman's
is
Gontal Grim?
Ingontal.
I thought Bugman's...
Bugman's is
No,
Ingontal
it was
Grim,
Felbar.
correct.
No,
Oh,
it was
well,
Felbar, because it was where the Giants attacked. That's where we
Yeah.
bought the Bugman. That was Felbar.
Yeah, it's in
Right.
Felbar.
The
No.
Giants attacked in both cities, guys. Or
I
no,
thought it-
sorry.
I thought it was-
the
it
Drow
was-
attacked in one city.
No, it was
Drow
Gontal.
attacked in one
It was
city.
Gontal Grim because we
It
went to
was.
Citadel Felbar. We went via the Underdark to Gontal Grim, and that was when Zero
Yeah, and
left
then
us.
you got the brew.
And then we
you
got the
yeah.
brew
I
and Zero was
remember
missing.
it. I remember it
Yeah.
specifically because we met Fleet in
Yeah.
in Gontal Grim,
There you go.
Yeah, Bugman's is in Gontal Grim, not Felbar. Also,
and
hi, welcome
then
back.
we went to. I hate my mobile company right now. So.
Aw.
I hate them too. I would like to punch them. So, to continue, we'll step back in.
Okay.
Ash, you're currently being prodded by a frantically, seemingly nervous Kirok and Scene.
She's got that weird, glazed over, slightly clouded look in her eyes that, after about a year of knowing her, you realise means that she has her see invisibility active. But she's not very happy with what she is seeing. And she's just sort of like frantically tapping you, just like, he was right, there's a shadow over this place. This is not good. This is gonna be hard to get rid of. This is gonna be hard to fix. I can see. It's like an echo of the past. I can see what happened.
Damn it, Blue! Damn it, Frog!
Ah! I can see, like, an echo of the past. I don't know if you can still hear me or not.
Come on, Froggy. Reply ye goodbye. Don't drop on me.
Oh
Don't
dear.
drop on me.
We're not
Don't
getting
drop
we're
on
not
me.
getting a response.
I believe in a thing called frog. Please don't drop on me, please. I gave her a stongles. Maybe she won't drop.
Stongles.
More stongles, she won't drop. Give her all the stongles so she doesn't drop, guys.
People,
Who took
if
one
people
away?
are watching
Put it in.
watching the stream, they have no idea what's happening.
Send us your spirit bomb energy.
Yes.
Am I back? Am I back?
Yes.
Oh my god, yay!
Spirit bomb energy.
The frog, she has returned.
What did you hear? Anything?
I hear nothing. It was
Okay.
Random syllable.
I'll try again. I'll try again. So Kirok has that glazed, slightly cloudy look of got see invisibility active again, and she's frantically tapping you, saying, "He was right. There's a shadow over this place. It's not good. I can see. It's like
I very, very calmly, and not to touch her, but almost hovering my. I keep forgetting that I'm only 4 foot tall. Very, very just very slightly hovering above her arms, almost to touch as if to give a hug. But because
Kirok
Ashka
bends
can
down
see that
because
she's the,
Kirok bends down because she would like a hug. But she's like, I can see. It's like
you're here.
it's like an echo of what happened.
You're,
I know he was here.
you're here. You're on solid ground. The past is past. We can fix this. It can be fixed. You are here.
He was here. I can see it. I can see what he did.
Was. Not here now. You are here with me now. Okay? You're here with me now.
We should
Okay.
go. I don't think we can do anything here.
Okay.
Kira,
Not currently.
make
Yeah.
an intelligence check.
Intelligence check. 11.
As you're watching this, you were just hearing something as well being spoken on the wind, but you can't. It's not a language you've heard, or you can't recall hearing it fluently or saying conversation.
But I speak wind.
It's not wind, unfortunately, but it's something that just even hearing it feels wrong.
Ooh.
And it's as the flames, as the thing occurs, that's when it is visible.
We should go now. I don't like it here anymore.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
go.
Okay, we will go. Come on. Anglas. Come on.
If they,
You guys
Yeah.
motion your way back
there's some
up on the bird.
Yeah. Just on the small bird, because Huru has to rest.
Yeah, it's a bigger bird than most birds. You fly off.
She's little to me.
She's your child, even
She's
though
my
she's bigger
sweet
than you.
baby. Whew.
Bird did the word.
So you guys fly back over to Citadel Felbar. And it isn't difficult to find a open pub, so anyone who wanted to get shit-faced, you may be in the process of doing so.
Real quick, if you look in chat, basically there's the 3 burb, and then there's the 2 burb.
We need to use these for when Kirok has mirror image.
Yep.
Because let's be honest, that would distract the fuck out of someone trying to hit one of them. It's like, which one is the real one? I don't know!
None of them look like they should be real.
All I'm thinking of is a rainbow Kirok that's slightly glowing, so whenever she moves, she strobes.
Dude, when Kirok hits a high enough level, that's just going to happen anyway, I'm telling you.
That's
Brave Kirok.
That's what's going to happen when she reaches high enough level. She will just start glowing and changing colour.
No, that's when Kirok casts blur on herself.
All of these things sound very fun.
Brave bird!
When Kirak goes to face the Cloud Giants.
Oh,
Let's
why'd
stop.
you have to ruin it?
No.
Kirak is not going to find the drink, but she is going to find a large bucket of water to stick her head in.
Also, you two are covered in ash.
Exactly.
Wait, Ash is covering herself? What?
It works with the war paint. It's all good.
You can actually remove some of the dirt by yourselves to actually give yourself war paint if you wanted to.
Going to find a bucket of water and stick
Stop it with the parrots!
They're
I
so
will not.
cute.
I want eating the burger.
Na 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 pineapple.
Won't stop, can't stop.
So that was nice.
That is a pineapple, right?
No, that's a hamburger.
No, it's a burger.
People who are watching on Twitch have no idea what you're talking about.
Yep.
Nero
That's why I
spends
love it.
too much money, and he has the Discord. I'm not sure if it's
Actually,
Alpha
it's only
Prime
like $5 a
subscription.
month, so I'm not spending a bunch of money.
Anyway,
Well, I know everything else you're
this is
doing.
a
Anyway.
tangent. This is
Let's
a
get off the
tangent.
tangent.
Anyway, I animated it.
Dindy.
Yep.
And
I want to grab
So.
all the potions.
you made that potion,
Yeah, no.
and as you guys, you two come back. It's not difficult to ask where is the party of buffoons that just walked in. You can ask for a few people because there will be people who are aware of, say, Glory, and you can ask about her because tiefling fighters aren't exactly the subtlest thing.
Whoops.
And
We are experts of subtlety.
Now all I
And,
can think of is basically Roman and Zero in a bar with all this alchemy shit on a table, just going, yes, yes, this is
All I got-
perfect.
And both of us just
All
sort
I've
of
got-
cackling over smoking bottles.
Yeah.
It worked!
All I've got in my head right now is the intro to Cheers. And then every now and again, there's just an image of a guy looking very, very much like a plague doctor with feathers and a very strange-looking gnome sitting there and suddenly, where everybody knows you're boom.
To say it as well, folks, it is that, but when it pans over,
Frankenstein.
when it pans over to those two, all you see is just the mohawk appearing above the table because he's not in the stool right now. He's just going, yes, yes. You can just tell he's talking because the mohawk's moving.
Yep.
Yes, yes. You really need to patent that hair gel.
I really do.
Industrial strength.
No, it's not even
Meanwhile-
industrial strength. It's universe strength.
One seal, 4 and 1. Dung, dung, dung.
Meanwhile, we're cackling over what looks like these smoking evil potions. Meanwhile, it's a healing potion and a bottle of perfume.
No, it's a healing potion and a bottle of performance.
Sorry, my bad.
You can
Basically
market
the
that.
same thing.
I literally can market it as a bottle of performance.
How well you want to
Do you need to perform well? Here's a potion.
How
It'll
do you
help
want
you.
to do this? Do you want to do this well? Here's a potion.
Oh, a potion of performance. Well, that will sell.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Subtly.
Yeah.
Bring my point in. Is the joke funny yet?
No, that's
Don't sell to a guy named Ian. Worlds will end.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway.
So, you guys turn around as even, I believe, Glory may be there brooding in some way, while those two are maniacal and Krauser is somewhere. They come in covered in soot.
Ash.
There's a difference.
Ash comes in covered in ash.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it usually Glory who comes in covered in ash?
I want to give inspiration, but I also want to slap you. And because you're the bard, you're not the bard, you're just getting a slap.
I was going to say, you can't. It cancels each other out like advantage and disadvantage.
Bane or bless. Why not both?
Actually, Des, is there a musical instrument anywhere nearby?
Oh God.
You could probably request one.
So, I might just down this potion, sing a song, see how that goes.
Sing us a song, you piano man.
Oh, it's suddenly
You're getting fucked
and then
tonight.
drink, then take just a shot, and then suddenly, oh, like,
So, if you want to do that, you can. We'll say there's a piano in the corner.
am I
Playing
going
And,
to
drink my potion of performance.
song? Yeah, the piano.
And run over to the piano.
Mark down that you are currently, well, just be aware, just like tick yourself to be proficient with it, and
I
at
am.
the end of this little sesh, we'll mark you off.
I now have a
But,
+7 performance right now.
Okay, perform. Perform, son, perform!
Sing
11.
ancient music.
I rolled a 4.
You get up on top of the chair, ready to perform, and then you realize, I don't play the piano. But you give it a shot. And it's okay.
You don't know any of the notes, but you do make it sound reasonable anyway.
He's playing the right notes, he's just playing them in the wrong order.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just freeform jazz, you know.
Yeah,
it-
yeah, that's all it is.
It's so hip, it doesn't even sound like music.
Basically.
I've been to that bar.
I've yet to be to that bar. And as you're performing, in come the ash-covered individuals.
It's just
It's just wearing it as if it's completely normal.
This is fine.
although
fine.
the burb looks like a chimney sweeper's broom.
Yes. Kira gives herself a shake, and there's just a of dust.
I sort of looked through my potion bottle and turned my head and was like, why are you covered in dead people?
It's just ash. You can't tell it's dead people. Bitch.
I know, I wouldn't actually say
I mean,
that.
in most cases, usually if it's ash,
Dude,
usually it's
No.
something's been burned. So
Yeah,
you really
it's
can't tell if
reduced to
dead.
something. It's all base carbon, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Good for some iron, make steel.
Zero in a nutshell. We're all just carbon at the end of the day.
Anyway,
I might not be an alchemist, but I know the formula to make people, and it's alarmingly cheap.
Anyway,
it cost an arm and leg and a brother.
that's why I was trying to move on before we get to
Yeah.
Big Brother
Well,
Edward.
It can always go darker.
oh,
Yeah,
God.
Big Brother Edward.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was fucked.
it really
Okay,
was.
tangent. Let's not. Let's
No,
not do this.
anyway. So,
anyway.
why are you guys
A
covering
dog
in
is-
ash?
The DM sits to himself and thinks, do I make a dog walk across the
Yeah, I was just about to say,
outside
dog sitting in the
bar?
corner.
Nah,
say
don't do that.
something.
I'm not that bad. Because I don't think I'd get to sleep in the bed when I get over to Stacey's next time. I'm not even going to get the
no.
couch. I get the floor.
Not even the couch. It'd be
I'll be
Okay,
outside.
alright.
I'll enter the front door.
Accusingly.
Tangent. Tangent.
Glares
Tangents.
accusingly.
so. Anyway, so why are you guys covered in ash?
It's snowing.
It's snowing ash.
Yes.
That is
I walk
theoretically
upstairs.
impossible.
I walk upstairs.
Okay, bye.
Long story, Roman. Long story.
Right, right.
And I brushed my shoulder.
It's like just like poof. But your hand's also covered in soot, so it kind of just defeats the point.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try and make another potion.
I'll say you can only do one a day, buddy.
I shoot a glance to Glory, who I presume is having a drink in the darkest corner in the pub.
I think I've gone upstairs at this point. I get dealing with Roman's performance. That's too loud. I don't know the words.
Basically, no.
It's like the
Yeah, I imagine she's probably gone upstairs.
Okay.
Old Fortuna is what I'm playing, but it's just the fake lyrics to dog or
Will
whatever.
anyone still be upstairs?
Why are you referencing my other world?
Oh, Fortune!
I was like, hang on a minute. Sarah did not
I've
authorize.
heard that name before!
Someone, this is getting meta on far too many levels, and it's meta in itself.
A blue wolf walks by and says, "You don't know the half of it," and then vanishes.
We need to end this before the universe collapses.
No.
Stop me before I put knuckles in.
They do not know the way!
Fortuna.
We need to stop.
It
We're
has
falling
an
apart.
angry high elf who protects it.
As I brush my shoulder, as I brush my shoulder, I head upstairs as well.
Varys, where the fuck are you in this?
I'm just wandering around town. I'm not like.
He's at the elf bar.
No, I was just wandering, going for a bit of a walk.
Oh god.
Just keeping chill.
Oh wait,
Okay,
the
you-
elf bar wasn't here. It was in Neverwinter.
It was in
Never mind.
Neverwinter.
One of the
Where
many elf bars.
Where do you think he spent 7 months in between, in between Lost Mines and?
You just spend the entire time in bars.
Elf
Oh
bars.
god.
That
To the
elf
gay bar!
bar.
Gay bar!
He was looking
Right.
for Gothris.
Right, tangents. Yeah.
No! Shut that shit down. I felt too
Continue.
many things today.
Continue, please.
Gif of Elmo in the fire.
That's even fitting for what happened earlier in this session.
Oh god.
Anyway, the ash covered in ash is now going up the stairs. Ashley.
Hey.
I'll cast
If
a.
Ash has glory, will she be
prestidigitation
covered in ash and covered in ash?
So, as you do that prestidigitation, it is literally like someone just like picked her up and just went bang, and she's dusted off. It's almost cartoonish in the way of there's a small puff that is left in her wake that then just falls to the ground, and one of the barmaids walks over to you, fucking cleaning it,
Sorry about that.
to Roman.
I grab out my my vacuum, like the little hand one, and no,
Fantasy vacuum.
All it does is it's just like a vacuum that leads to a portal to Cthulhu, who's just getting dust on his head. I'm like, the fuck.
Vacuum of cleaning plus 2 to
What it
infinite,
is it's a little tiny box, and contained inside is a portable hole, so it just goes.
Basically.
But
I
it
need
also
this.
has a thing on the end of it where you pump some air out
Pump
and
it.
it sucks it in.
Push it.
It's got
Pump it
bellows,
real
a pair
good.
of bellows because this is
Yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got a pair of bellows that you blow and it
So while
sucks
you
it
have
in.
fun pumping and blowing and using your bellows down
Whoa.
below,
Yep.
Ashk and Kirok, where are you guys at?
Well, I just said that I headed upstairs.
Well, Kirak also headed upstairs.
Cool.
Is this one of those things where by not communicating, we're both heading to the same place, which is
Yeah.
trying to find glory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just feel the most angst possible and you proceed to that room. Because you know,
Don't call me out like this.
because Varys isn't here. Because
No,
he's
she's
the angst
in
out
the
of
door.
you.
That's how we know. Anyway.
We'll say you guys eventually find the room in which Glory is in. Glory, you hear them for a while going, which room is it? And just like you hear the boop, 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 boop. No, I don't think it's that one. Boop, boop,
It's the one where you hear someone sharpening weaponry.
And slip
God.
away.
So you do find that room.
Do you want to
All I'm
Do you want to go
picturing,
first?
no matter how we word this, she's going to know where we've been.
Yeah. She should know.
And I open the door.
Glory's just in there, cleaning her arms and armor, sharpening swords, hand axes, checking inventory, that kind of thing.
Busy work.
Idle work. Don't have to stand on ceremony, you can come in, you know.
Hi.
Hello?
We're not going to mince words. We went back.
Then you better come in. Alright then.
We both come in, and I then I actually start trying to get the dust off and so on, just brushing
You have the dust
arms
off
down
thanks
and-
to prestidigitation.
okay. Right.
Which I'm now
Then-
downstairs cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I imagine that the room's got one of those really weird vanity desks that you get in
Mhm.
some weird motel kind of
Yeah.
places. So I pull up the chair from that and basically turn it the wrong way around and sit on it like that.
You being the cool mom.
Yeah.
Do Kirok perches on like the end of the bed.
Yeah.
Just like the metal bar at the foot of the bed, just like, oh.
Cling.
Okay then. Talk.
Where to start? Do you want to say what you found or what I found?
Well, what I found was of no surprise. We went back there with the hope that it could possibly be restored, but as you probably might have guessed, there was considerable destruction there. In fact, we had to basically help a few lost souls on our way back.
Glory's shoulders kind of slump. Then you did what I couldn't. Thank you.
Angelas, you look as if you have something you need to say.
A couple of things, and I don't know which one to say first.
Nothing you could say now would upset me. More than I already am, so.
Stop making that face! Little shit.
I can't see Tiny Chap right now, but I'm expecting
can imagine.
mum
You
face.
can picture it. You can picture
Angry tiefling mum face.
it. No.
No, the DM's worse.
To ensure that I just wanted to check that the spirits were going on their way, and also because of something one of them said, I did my sight thing, and I saw what happened. It's like a shadow is over that place. As I said to Ashk, it's like an echo of the past, of what happened, and I saw it, like, over and over, just endlessly. I'm guessing that's why that place has remained the way it is. And I don't know how we can get rid of something like that.
I don't know if you can.
I don't know either. Kerok, puts a hand on Glory.
She's shaking.
I don't know if this is going to help or make it worse. But I also found this. And she takes out the little chest that she found and puts it on Glory's lap.
Glory, instantly recognize it.
I know. You don't know where you've been, do you, Kirok?
I have a feeling. I'm crazy, not stupid.
If you had gone there at one point, you would have found all the weapons I used to steal. Thought I'd lost this. I didn't want to look around there too much. I didn't know what I'd find. And at the time, I didn't know how to process anything, so I did what I've always done. Went somewhere else. But thank you for this.
I know how you feel. And she does. You can tell looking at her face.
I know.
She does.
A lot of questions. Don't have as many anymore. Not about that, anyway. Thank you, though. Thank you for going back when I couldn't even look at it.
Just sorry we couldn't do what we'd hoped we could do. I thought that maybe we could do something, which is why I asked Ash to come with me.
You did something, though. And that was better than nothing.
There is always hope.
Oh, I imagine someone will be crazy enough to build there one day, maybe. Hopefully not. But...
It says, Zero says, crazy though he is, if the scavengers are there, the cycle will probably be starting again. The balance will eventually sort itself out.
yeah, I agree.
It just might take some time. But hopefully we can edge it along a little bit.
Yeah. Thank you. Both of you. Seriously. I need to not think about this for a while.
It looks like you need a drink, Carriot.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
It's about time I introduced you to Kurutan. Come.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds like it will probably kill me.
Is that a person?
Can
Look it up and you'll see people.
Can I meet them?
The common from Dwarvish is fire beer.
Oh, I can imagine. Okay, I'm down.
Is that like a fireball? Or is it close to a firebolt?
My friend, just no. Not for you.
Oh.
That's the translation from Welsh, by the way. Kurutan is fire beer.
Hey.
Would you like to get fucked? Here you go.
Preferably, yeah.
Oh, hang on one sec. Lights a match. Fire. And Glory has no issue drinking it because fire resistance.
I'm sorry. Roll to get fucked.
Make a constitution saving
Oh
throw.
god.
No, don't.
Oh,
I'm
Kirok's in the
joking.
room.
That's a joke.
I'm gonna go find that bucket.
So, due to drinking revelry, Narrowin, we'll see if you've gotten any better in your nightly adventure. Make another performance check. Wow, thank God we know that you're on the piano right now.
Amazing.
Consistency is key.
He's on that key, and nothing but that key.
Like I said, consistency is key.
No, you know which key he's on it. Ding. It's just that one over and over. What is it? Is it a D sharp? I can't remember the note.
Oh, you do have
Oh no, it is
back in
a
me.
very, very high A. The highest.
He's not like starting to root a sandstorm. No,
No, no, it is literally just a ding, 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 ding. It's just basically that.
Someone eventually grabs him and removes him from the piano. Like, you're not on this.
Your piano privileges have been removed.
They have been revoked. Like, this is usually an open one. Now we're gonna have to make a rule of no gnomes. It's all because of you.
That's racist. I was enjoying that.
You're the only one in the pub who has.
It sounded like something I had in the Underdark once.
That's not a good thing. Moving on.
Now that you mention it, I did wake up with several bite marks.
Speaking of bite marks, here comes Ash and Glory.
Shut up.
Sorry, look what I made. And I hold
Suffers
up the
2
healing
bricks
potion.
as usual.
Oh god. I don't have the energy levels to do with whatever strange concoction you've made, but I'm proud of
It's a
you
healing
in a weird
potion.
way.
Where?
Oh, then I'm definitely proud of you. Thank you for keeping us alive continuously. No, you'll excuse me while I drink this. Not the healing potion, alcohol.
Are you feeling alright? You seem to have some
I'm
marks on
fine.
your neck.
I'm-
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
You are.
Just throw our heads up. Never mind.
I will kick you from the chat.
To the Shadow Realm!
The DM can get away with it. You may make this joke once.
And he did. I was worried at first because it seemed to be contagious.
the
Ash seemed to have caught it.
Moving swiftly on.
So you guys are beginning to enjoy your revelry, which you do for the rest of the evening.
I mean, there's nothing I'm going to do, but I'm
Whoa.
typing it out right
Ash
now.
got some dust in her nose.
Yes.
She was covered in ash.
And eventually you guys go to bed. Eventually as well, you do get Varus returning. If he's there.
Yes. Hello.
Oh, I was why?
No, I'm talking to Peter.
He's here. I made a potion.
I dare to drink it.
There's something I want to do, but at the same time, I'm not sure how I want to do it.
What's up?
I want to use illusionary script for something. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to write out and who to give it to and all that. But I got bored. I couldn't remember.
Okay. If you remember it, let me know.
Well, no, it's I really need to actually figure out what I wanted to do, but I can't think of anything. So
Nerwin, are you actually doing the thing of illusionary feet pub table right now?
basically, the thing about it is, I can do illusionary script and make it so that nobody can read it except for one specific person, and everybody else gets a certain message, while that specific person gets another.
Right.
So even if it looks like I'm writing the same message,
It looks like you're writing one thing for everyone else and then something for another.
Yeah.
Like, say, you can write, I like Bethany's clothes, and then the only person who reads it is Bethany, and you can say, your clothes are shit!
basically, yeah.
Fuck Bethany.
Damn,
Yeah,
why you
seriously.
gotta roast Bethany like that?
Fight me, Helen.
Susan, Sharon, Karen. There's all these white woman names. You can just stay with vindictiveness. It's
And they
great.
all look the
Watch
same.
where you go with this now.
Get out of here, Caroline.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
So when we wake up, I'll give Glory the potion I made and say, "Here, you paid me the money for it, so
2d4 plus 2.
yeah,
Thank
distribute
you.
it.
I don't remember doing that, but thank you.
Yeah, because you control the bag of holding."
Yeah. I figured,
The inventory
yes.
person.
Yes.
But yeah, if you want more, it will take 25 gold pieces, which is like half the price of a normal one. So, well, depending on the market.
I don't care if she's a part of the party members. You do not charge less for that.
Roman was
The difference.
hungover on a table, like passed out from last night, The moment you mentioned price, he whoop, as a man would if they smell rashes and bacon in the morning.
He paid for the supplies. I just made it.
Did she pay 25 gold for the supplies?
Yes, and it cost me
25
about
gold should have got any
$50.
more than just one potion.
Ignoring Roman, if you want more, I just need money for the supplies. Is all.
Okay, let me know
I'm trying not to hyperventilate right now. It's okay.
whenever you get a bit.
Yeah, if you're giving 25 gold pieces,
Money.
because it takes
Three.
about a day to make them, so, and we're not usually available to sit down and make things.
Next time
I
we
don't-
get a day.
I doubt this place has the materials to offer, so.
I have regents. Opens bag. Let's see, I have.
I have wares if you have coin.
Let's see, I have pickled toes. Let's see, no.
Okay, where are we going?
We're going to this well.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a little flight.
Oh, hi, Barris.
Well.
Oh,
Let's see some Spriggan
We had an
root.
eventful night.
So did you.
It was quite uptown.
Roman, behave yourself. Or behave yourself, or I'll give Moonpig a discount on all my wares.
Don't you dare do that.
Noticed.
What
Carry on.
am I going to be like when I find out I'm going to slap him, sort of thing? Why do I have the
I
feeling
went
that
for a walk last night. I went for a walk last night, and I've just told Glory that it was quite
It's
uptown.
quiet uptown.
There was no uptown funk.
No?
No, not the reference we're making.
It was
Anyway,
quiet uptown.
it's quiet uptown.
Faris, do you like it uptown?
Nope. Nope, not this song. I'm not here for crying any more than I already
I've
have.
already been crying.
Alright, you drunk cards, let's get a move on.
Uptown now.
Oh, and
Different reference.
as part of my long rest, I did make some perfume for Nina. Or for Zero.
Ooh. I'll stick it in my beak.
Yeah.
it just basically looks like he goes,
You don't want to
Perfume
know
and
what
good smelly stuff
uptown.
goes in my beak, so I don't have to
With the
smell all the
other
rubbish I go into.
Well, see, the thing of it is, it's actually like in a potion bottle, and I put a little, because I am a tinkerer, I technically put a little puff thing on the top of it, so you can actually put it on your body.
A diffuser.
Yes,
Oh,
a
cool.
diffuser.
I can
remember what it's
actually-
called.
Since the beak is made of leather, every now and again, if it starts getting too smelly, I can just squeeze my beak.
It's not a sponge.
Yeah, a diffuser is what I meant.
Guys, so we go to a well.
Yes,
let's
let's-
Yeah.
go to the well and make a wish. For all these giants to
Wait, can we make a wish at the well?
Let's find out. Let's go there.
wish
I
for
will
all the
gladly
giants to
part
piss
with-
off.
A copper piece to do this.
That's, I'm so sorry.
Silver would be
Cool.
better. It's
You have a copper-
antibacterial.
Kills can I have a copper piece
That's
at the
why
bag of
it's used to
holding
kill
put in the well.
werewolves.
Sure.
Hi. So we fly. So we skip the tangents and just fly to the well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's get out of here. God.
Let's ride, okay?
We're on Huru,
So,
and we fly.
you guys fly, and you find yourself towards a very unique space. So I'm just going to have to prepare the map for you guys, because it is
I think we can get
it's
there.
a weird one.
It might be an idea to be a little way off and then walk the rest.
I
the way,
can't.
especially
I can't move the stick.
Let me hang on. Let me grab my stick.
It's my stick.
I know.
Down there.
I made it.
But it's my bird. It's my stick.
Bird I gave you. Bird I gave you.
It's still mine.
You gave Blue the stick.
It's my
Eee,
bird.
let's
No, we're
Moving
not
on.
doing that. Okay, I'm going to slap you.
Right.
What?
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on right now, so I'm
What?
just gonna just shut up.
Okay. Everyone slaps K and we move on.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
I need to prepare this map. Do it.
Yeah, if we
Do it.
land a little ways out, we can walk in, just so that we don't.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
I need to do something here because
Look, nearby
Well,
forces.
it looks like it's in a forest, so we'll have to find like a reasonable size clearing. Else, Hero is just going to demolish a small section of trees.
Hey, so we use like 3/4 of Huru's movement, so we've got some saved in case we need a quick exit.
If you want, we can just fly to the edge of the wood, but it may be
Oh,
harder
I mean-
to find our direction in there.
so
Or we could fly close to the well, then pop in Haru, and then drop into the trees.
Oh, shiver.
That could go.
No.
That would go fine for me. You guys.
I mean, in terms of basically Huru's claws, or not even Huru's claws, but basically Huru's body is close to the trees, and we jump off.
I think this is a bad plan.
Like I said,
That's
that'd
a
probably,
I'm gonna veto.
this is going to be a bang, 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 bang.
like I said, that'd
I mean,
probably go fine for me. Probably not for you guys.
I mean, I can
Right,
cast
Always put up a web.
I'm basically a walking rock, so that's not going to be a good idea.
I can put up a web.
Hey, I'm game for that.
Let's
for,
just-
I mean, if you want, we can have Huru hover in the air above the tree, and we can use one of the smaller birds to transport people to the ground. That would work.
Des,
escape pods.
would I be able to use sticker tools to maybe make a parachute?
Let's not.
If
There's
you had a
so
week-
many better ways to do this.
Can we just jump off Huru?
You get a week and a lot of materials to make test dummies.
And I
Well,
will just.
the answer for this will be when we are flying over, how dense is the forest?
Very dense. It is a very thickly
Okay.
dense forest.
Okay.
Can we
Are you guys
can we
flying?
stop?
How close are you flying towards Baron as well?
Well, if there's no apparent glade, should we say like maybe, I know, below the N?
Pick a distance.
Yeah.
If we can't land, we can jump and I'll feather fall everyone. And we'll float down gently. On land on our
Or that
feet.
too. That follows the thing.
It's a
10,
very simple
10 miles
parachute
away?
method.
How long?
I
will
have
that-
like 50 ways of stopping us falling to our death, so
How long does that take to walk 10 miles away?
while.
10 miles
I
is
have-
going to take
I
you.
have zero concept of distance.
Let me
A
think.
number of
10,
hours.
10 miles. Yeah, 10 miles is going to take you about 3 hours maybe to traverse.
Are we okay with that?
Can we go?
So how far? What are you
Well,
doing? Like, are you judging?
remind me after we finish to talk about how Keyleth might have not died by jumping off the cliff.
If not.
She had every option in the world. The woman died. It was her fault, but it was hilarious. Fun.
It was a 50-50 chance, and she took the risk and failed.
Because God.
Badly.
saved us.
We'll talk about it later. Sorry, I forgot spoilers. I should-
So how
No.
far do people want to go? Are they willing for?
I'm willing to walk
10
if it's
miles
gonna
in a
stop us
3-hour walk.
getting.
I'm
Being
more
from a mile away.
I'm more for walking, just for sake of anonymity.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, because once we
Let's
get
stop
there,
it.
if it's fine, then we can literally just explode out the top of the trees. Getting out will be easier than getting in. Huru can't really land in trees that are this dense; he'll just crash.
Let's
where-
get a decent distance in.
Where are we exactly? Remind me.
Winchester
We're
Felbar.
in Citadel Felbar going to the well.
Yep, I thought so.
So we're gonna land like 10 miles south. And by
Yeah,
land,
or
I
if it-
mean Huru is going to hover above the tree line, and people are going to jump. Is that the plan?
Deploying,
Featherfall.
deploying troops. Pew 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 pew.
Oh, oh,
Go go
oh,
go!
oh,
1,000,
question.
1,000.
I'll be ready with a web spell.
You don't need
Question.
that.
Answer.
How long is it between One Stone and Biorun as well?
60 miles.
50 miles. That's and bear in mind you'll go through the drawer wood. That is going to take you a day and 2 or 3. That's a big
It's
ass.
a couple of days travel. That.
Nah, if we can land
here, so
3
at
hours,
least clears up to here. If we wanted to land in a river, I wouldn't recommend it.
if we can land 3 hours out and then feather fall down, that might be the way.
I think that's
Yeah,
probably going
I
to be
think
our best bet.
That's the best plan.
So you're going to go by the river and then. Are you going to go by the river? Did you say?
No, we're going to do
No,
the 10 miles
1
out.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
We're going to do the 10 miles out, feather fall down, and walk through for 3 hours.
Okay, which you guys can do.
I guess
Um,
Featherfall doesn't work like in World of Warcraft does it, where if you jump and then Featherfall,
No.
Yeah, there you go. Read it.
Alright.
You have to
It
be
basically
falling
means
with class
yeah.
that.
You have to be like, "Ah!"
So I can do it on all 5 of us, then Kirok can fly down.
Yeah, I
Get
can
6 of
fly.
us.
I'm fine.
You can fly. You can fly. You can fly.
I'd rather do this anyway because I can be sure to grab his feather. Because I'm dispelling him mid-air.
Yeah, we'll do that. Easy.
Why
So
did
you
say
guys
that?
boom, 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 down. No relative bother. But as you guys are going, you will be traveling as well. You can judge based on where you landed, and you have an idea of what way is north for you guys. So I'll say one of you can make a survival check.
I might be best at that. Let me just double check.
I think Kirok knows
Did I
survival.
take
Plus
survival
7.
proficiency?
I have a 1.
I'm a 9 in survival.
Oh,
I'll say
definitely
you
then.
roll. Natural
yeah,
1.
it would be.
You guys go south.
Can I
Natural 1. You guys go south.
Well, he rolled before I could say it. I was going to say, can I
Good
use
luck.
my Outlander feature for knowing the layout of terrain? But he's already rolled.
Sorry.
Well
Kirok,
done.
make an intelligence check.
Straight in.
Well, I was fairly good at this.
Straight intelligence check.
I mean, although, wouldn't Kirok be able to fly above the trees and go, wait, this is south, we need to go that way?
Well, that's basically the reason she has the Wanderer feat. You have an excellent memory for maps and geography because she can
Kira?
just fly up and look at it.
For a while, you're trusting Zero and you're following him closer to the ground. After a while, you go, hang on. You poke your head up above the canopy and realize you're moving away from the mountains and you're going southward. So we'll say that you guys can turn around. Someone can make a survival check with advantage, but it will now take 5 hours to get to Buron as well.
Sorry, I'm used to
God
being
damn it.
You led
underground.
us the wrong way for an hour.
No, 2 hours.
No, an hour in the wrong way because we've got an hour and then another hour back, so it's additional 2 hours.
Sorry, I got turned around.
Well, no, we have 5 hours to get there.
Let's
now,
not worry about the
plus
math.
3.
Who's got the next highest survival mod?
I'll say Zero
Zero.
can't do it.
Well, that's me
Yeah,
then because I have
think
plus
that's
7.
the second
Zero, Kirok, because you're flying, I'll say you can have an advantage on it because you can look down and say, "This way, dipshit."
Please don't fuck up. That's better.
You didn't fuck up. You were able to every now and again fly above the 30-foot high tree canopy, looking down, see where they are, and say, "This way," and you can point towards, and they can follow your way through because you're basically using the mountains as your trajectory based on where you were with Huru before.
Oh,
So now-
I had a flashback to the last time Kirok was doing this.
How
No,
the heck did I get so badly turned
Let's
around?
not think about that.
Kirok, no.
Flying above the trees, keeping a lookout, and then she sees something
Oh dear.
Yeah,
And-
that's
and
not good.
and immediately crashes into the ground.
Let's not.
And say we did.
uh,
Why don't we just do? Because that's funnier.
it was funny
No.
for story reasons.
If she
Oh,
turned a
yeah,
crash, I'm
you
gonna
took
try
all
and
the
catch
damage.
her.
Yeah, I was like, no, I intentionally crash. Regretted doing that afterwards.
It was hilarious, though. So you find yourselves moving, and after a while, Kirok, you have to motion to everyone that there's a clearing ahead, and you see one tree that looks like it's slightly slanted on the other side, and you realize that there is, in fact, a. If you guys pan out of this map, you will see the entranceway,
Oh, jeez.
and let me describe.
Oh, I was like, is this a...
I was
Oh.
like, this doesn't look like a well. This is just a hole in the ground. Oh.
Funny thing about wells.
We'll say.
Well. It goes a fair way down.
Hey.
Damn it, woman. Kirok, make a perception check for me, please, as you put that is doing the most out for it, while everyone else is just trying not to trip.
16.
You do hear voices from within the well. You can't tell from where, but you can get a light source that would be, say, I'm going to presume, right, so bear with me, folks, that this is south,
Okay.
and this is north.
So
You can hear it from the north side of it, which is the opposite side of
The
you.
opposite
Somewhere
side
in
from
there, you
us.
can hear some. Yeah, you can hear somewhere down this way, perhaps. But there's
So
some
we're
portal.
like over here somewhere.
Yeah, that's where
Yes,
we are.
we'll use you as a token to represent where you guys are. Not everyone. Get
Well, I've-
this. There is not enough space on this. No,
I'm the one at the front, apparently.
we're here.
We'll use this little shithead. That way, if something hits, I can say it hits him instead.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
I imagine Blue would
There you
be
go.
in front, followed by me, being that I probably move faster through this rock.
I'm
than the
just
rest of
using him as a token.
Just
Fuck
saying that
off.
it matters.
Shut up.
That's the third time he's had to say that.
I
Let's
just
just
slap
carry on.
someone in a minute.
Don't worry, Des. I'll banish.
There's gonna be a massive fist that comes out of the ground and just goes smash, 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 smash on all of you. It's like the fucking old war fight where it's a giant guy. Bruh.
Oh, please no.
No, I'll just
Hell
choose
no.
banishment on myself. Just fuck this.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm out forever.
That's actually a clever way to avoid damage. It's like, oh, no.
And we're getting told off with the tangent.
Yeah.
So
Both of you are yeah.
I just like whisper to the party, just like, I can hear people.
People or
I
Big
can hear
people.
talking. Was it was it a language I recognised, or
The
was it just
language
muttering?
you've heard it spoken once before. Make an intelligence check.
Making a lot of these today.
Yep. Because you guys are trying to do
I'm
smart
doing
things.
well, though. I'm doing well.
far.
You remember when you went to the Eye of the All-Father and you encountered the humans and you all proceeded in a line of questioning of them. One of them that you did take and interrogate was speaking a language that you didn't really recognize, but this sounds like some sort of similar tongue to it.
Oh,
They
God.
were like those
Norsemen.
tribal guys, right?
It sounds like
Norsemen.
they were the people that gave us trouble.
I'm going to keep an eye out as we're walking along for traps and stuff to see if they've protected themselves.
Okay, make a
I'm-
perception check.
I'm gonna keep an eye
And
out
I'm going to detect thoughts.
for anyone watching us.
Don't you have to see someone to choose their thoughts?
No, it's basically within the area.
What's the radius?
30 feet.
I don't think
Nope.
we're close enough, mate.
By the way, when you guys look down, that thing goes down about 250 feet.
We can see a bottom, or it just pits us into darkness.
To darkness.
Oof.
Is it just
Down to home sweet home, I love it.
like we haven't got to the edge of the hole yet? We can't see down, can we?
No, but from your
Oh.
side, you can see that there is a rope.
Rope.
Is there anything? Can I look across to the other side? Is there anything on the opposite wall of the well? Like inside
This is about.
tunnels,
Give you an idea.
platforms.
Give you an idea. This space, that's actually pretty accurate. In fact,
yeah.
about that's literally about 230 feet across. There is just like say one tree that is just like its roots are just not properly connected in, and it's hanging off the side
It's
almost.
sort of growing out the corner of the well, sort of an angle. Yeah.
And
But
as you get closer, you can also hear some sort of language being spoken. And it is from deeper within, but it's not something that sounds like it's being spoken by a giant. So, not giants.
Okay. So are we going down? We assume. What are we looking for here? Do we know what the item is?
The Note Keeper!
Gloria.
Note keeper!
Gloria.
We
I-
Write these down.
Literally just I can't remember. Hang on a second.
Gloria, you wrote these down, right?
Cracked horn.
Cracked horn.
Cracked horn.
Yes.
That shouldn't be
I
too
did not write
big, right?
down
A
if that was a
fossilized-
horn as in like
A
horn or
fossilized
horn.
horn made from the tusk of a mammoth.
There we go.
Ah.
That.
So, like a war horn.
We're looking for a fairly decent sized wall. Okay.
Kind of one that you guys need a pair of lungs to fucking use.
I mean, we all have a pair of lungs, which is good. I'd hope.
How about Zero does his little batty thing and he flies down? Because that's not as noticeable.
You wanna
You want me to turn to a
Go
bat,
on.
or you want me to send a bunch?
Maybe send them in case something happens.
Okay, I'll
Copy
move
that
up to the edge of the well as stealthily as I can manage.
Can you make snow bats?
That's not a thing.
There's-
Yeah.
Also, to say this to you guys right now, this is actually in the northern areas. The trees are, like, say, top covered with snow, and it is colder.
There are bats that prefer colder weather, and I will be using them. But
Unhappy.
they're not called snow bats.
Well, I was
In
asking
my
in
world,
terms of-
they are snow bats, so you will
Yeah.
use snow bats.
They are in fact called snow bats. Roman, you are very correct.
Thank you.
In my world, snowbats exist. That's cute.
Also, I'm gonna grab that cloak that I got from the one dude and put it on.
Okay,
Nice and warm.
could you be an Evager?
Huh?
That
Was it just
one
a cloak?
cloak I got from that dude.
Was it just a cloak? What happened to my old cloak with a bat? What happened to that?
You gave that to Vlad.
Is that what? No, I thought I gave the staff, the black spider.
No.
I
You gave
didn't.
it
No,
back.
you gave that
Other
to
way
Vlad.
around.
You gave that to Vlad.
Yeah, you gave it
that
to
to
Vlad
Vlad.
as a peace offering.
He
Like
found it
that.
amusing.
Yeah, we thought he'd find it funny.
What would you like that?
I think it was
conjure
his.
8 bats to go have a look.
I think so. Right, so
Okay,
you
so-
sending bats down?
Send your bats. You don't get to see through their eyes. You don't get to do anything like that. But
Nope, I
you
just
can
tell them to
basically
come back
tell.
if they find something dangerous or
eh,
good.
So after about 20, 30 seconds, some bats that you sent to the northern side come back up and are squeaking. There's like, say, maybe 3 or 4 of them.
If they come back
and the
happy,
rest of the
good. If they
bats-
come back scared, bad.
You're not the best when it comes to telling the expressions on a bat's face, but they are just going, nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. And it seems to be from the south side as well. The bats are also making more noise as well. You sent 1 or 2 down to the center, and they come back making noise. But you sent others then to the east, and they didn't seem to be making any noise.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
So which ones seem? I just asked them actually. Which ones are you happy? Well, not ask them. Just tell us if you're happy
Okay,
to
so
go back,
basically
take me there.
1, 2, and 3.
If
Those.
you have to go back, then lead me somewhere, take me there. If not,
You wish you could speak bat right now.
yeah, I don't speak bat, but I can command them. So it's basically, if it's safe to go, lead me there.
I
If
can
it's-
speak that. I've got speak with animals.
They're nuts, but I can just tell them, lead me there if it's good. I don't have to, it doesn't have to be fancy. If it's good, lead me there. If it's not, they won't lead me there. If it's something that's going to kill us, they're not going to lead me there.
It seems like the bats don't lead you anywhere.
I've got an idea.
Wonderful.
I would like to use my ritual find familiar to summon my familiar,
Hey, Fainicala.
who I can speak to.
Yes. What do you want?
Hey,
Are you going to get me killed again?
No, you're going to be
That was
invisible.
marvelous the last 10 times.
I'm going to help protect you. I need you to
Uh-huh.
scout down this well by
Uh-huh.
casting invisibility on my familiar.
Oh, lovely.
Can you go scout
Try
for
and
me?
Yeah, actually, no problem. Bats follow him. They'll have no trouble following an invisible creature.
Her. Fainicala is a her.
Her.
I send
Follow
Follow
the invisible cat, which you can see fine and don't really understand what invisible is. Echolocation.
I send Follow to go scout.
Okay.
And I use my senses. I use the thing so I can see out of its eyes and use its sensors. So I can see what it's saying.
In Zero, you realize this, your bats don't move for like a minute or 2, but Barris, it seems like he's just sat up there going, meow, 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 just floating in the air, not actually going down for a few minutes.
Yeah, I actually tell Varus, like, your cat's not moving.
I can see. Can I see myself through his eyes?
You can see yourself through his eyes.
And just
Such a little shit.
kick her up the butt.
She's flying in the air. She
You don't know where
touches
it is.
Fine, very well, master. I will proceed. Lead me, you flying rodents. Go.
Your
And the
familiar
bats-
has a
I
very
have-
interesting personality.
The
It's
bats
coming.
fly down. The bats
That
fly
was in
down.
character as well. Because
The
Kira
bats
has
fly
her own.
down with the cat to follow. The cat follows them, and Barris, you see in the center of it, which is the first place they're brought to, there are many totem poles. Or sorry, there's trees that are growing there, and there's some sort of mystic almost performing some sort of weird ritual there. What you do see as well, as you are now there, you see battered and bloodied, some sort of creature about the size of an ogre, but red and bruised and bloodied and battered and chained by the neck, by the hands, and by the feet. The ritualist has a knife and is beginning to just incant something that you can't really comprehend. But it's long,
Sorry,
and methodical, and it
Sorry,
seems like they're monologuing, basically.
Hey, sorry, that's just what was on the tape. What was on the middle? What was the red?
That's on the middle. A red, somewhat like a ogre-sized creature with red skin, with somewhat
look like a
feminine.
fire giant?
Looks like a young fire giant with a long braid of orange hair that goes all the way down her back.
What's
But
with
she's
fucking
scar.
young giants?
I'm saying this out loud to her because I can speak still, can't I? Well, I'm looking
Yeah,
through
you
his
can.
eyes,
You
so
can.
I'm saying what I'm seeing out loud. So
Yeah.
everyone can
So
take
we'll
my
say right now that what you describe is what I see, or what I
Yeah.
describe is what you tell them.
Yeah.
So, you see this, and there are rituals around it as well. And there's an ancient relic there as well, which is very, very large. It's about 9 feet long, 6 feet wide, 3 tall. Like it's an altar that the now young fire giant has been essentially chained over, and there's some sort of ritualistic marking on the actual altar itself, and it is bizarre. It's something somewhat similar to the one that you saw before in the elk ritual site. The bats move on again, and they lead your wonderful little sassy boy to the an area where there's a lot of tents and fire, and um, there's about 9 or so individuals there, just tribesmen, really. And after that, there's a ledge essentially where it's about like say, let me just excuse me. There's about 20 foot up, and there's the small ropes that lead up it that are used to pull themselves up. But it's essentially a small vantage point from which they are residing. And after that, then they lead it over, and you begin hearing water. As in the south side, you see a spring. And in the spring, like further away in the shadows, you see a hulking creature just like paws over and resting on a head of these weird frills and spines with wings on its back. Seems to be asleep. After that, they come back up.
So, sort of as the bats indicated when they didn't go the first time, everything down there is dangerous.
Yes, just
sacrificing a
Varying
fire
levels
giant.
of.
And you said the altar the fire giant on is very similar to the altar at the elk one.
correct.
Okay, so I think that's the burial mound down there, and I assume the horn is under that altar.
That sounds like a
The
good
altar.
bet.
So here's a
But you
question.
said that the Northmen are keeping that fire giant hostage.
Oh, I think they're about
What-
to sacrifice the fire giant for some voodoo shit. I feel like we've got options. We can
Well-
either go down and talk.
Well, from past experience, obviously, from past experience, majority of giants are pretty bad. But also from past experience, majority of these Norsemen have been pretty bad. So either side is viable at this moment.
We could kill both.
I'm very much down for a tribe man artifact class. If you want to just go.
I might be the last one you think would suggest this, but if the fire giant seems like an enemy of the Norsemen, considering how much struggle we had with the Norsemen last time, it might be a good idea to get a hand. And also, if we are going to do that, we're on something of a time crunch.
Yeah, the giant is in a
that-
bad position, so if we get them out of the bad position, they may feel more inclined to actually help us.
A temporary
Also-
ally.
Good sort of knowledge. In which case, we need to move right now.
Dash, quick questions before we move. The fire giant, was it conscious and was it bound?
It was conscious. You could tell it was crying, and it was bound.
Oh my god!
It seems like
did I
you
see what the fire
based
thing was?
on based on what you it's heavy iron. It's heavy iron binding.
Heavy iron.
And you could actually see that there was blood trickling down from the hands, which you presume then the actual manacles are spiked on the inside.
Oh fuck.
As well as this,
Yes.
based on your experiences with your young, somewhat almost adopted stone giant, this seems to be some sort of a teenager of a fire giant variety.
Guys, I've got the best idea. Skydive, dive bomb, chime of opening, open the giant's binds. I tell him we're there to rescue her. We fuck these guys up. We take the artifact and go.
We can lay down some.
ready.
We can lay down some cover fire
Glorious
in
down.
the literal term, because coincidentally we do know fire giants are pretty fine with having fire rain down on them.
As am I.
was gonna say,
So I'm thinking
yes.
I'm thinking fireballs.
Varys, I'm assuming you mentioned that ledge out loud, yeah? The vantage point that they're sitting on.
I mentioned everything. Everything I saw,
Yeah.
I said.
So
Yeah.
keep an eye out for that, and if you can, try and deal with
So
that.
I'm going to reveal the other side of the map for you guys.
Okay, here we go. So,
But we gotta
the
go.
Plan.
Oh boy.
Kirok air support.
I'll turn to a giant bat, and I think I can carry. Wait, what size is a giant bat?
We can.
Yeah, I can carry a
I
person.
mean, we can still skydive Featherfall down. Mid Featherfall. Who's got the triangle opening?
Bag of
You-
holding.
Bag of holding. Glory, you've got that.
I can give it to whoever. It's probably
Use
that I don't.
Mid fall. Use it and then stuff it back in there.
Okay, I can do that, I think. I think I know how to use this thing.
You just say command word, right? Is that read the back of it? There should be instructions. Put it on the back.
Okay. Out of
Seriously?
character, is this something that you had to attune to?
Don't.
I don't think
try
it
and work
was.
on
I don't
yours.
think Dorian had to attune to it when he used
Hold on.
it.
Give me a sec.
I've got the
real
DM's
quick,
got it up.
because
Hold on.
it's getting close to 10:30 for you guys. I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay.
But the other thing is, I will be probably going with Kirok because fire staff
Yes.
and just basically AA gun.
Yeah, Kirok
I can carry you in my talons if you want.
Chime
I
opening
mean,
is not
talents
German.
are
It's fine if
Okay,
you don't.
then I can use it.
understand.
I can use it then, I'll work it out.
Okay.
I'll use it on the way down and then go into the sword.
To give you an idea,
Okay.
guys, from where you are, you can only see this. Like, this is the looking down point.
Everything
Ah,
else
that
is
dotted
a
line
cave.
is the hole, is it?
Yes, that's why
That's
it is
cool.
covered in
Got
snow
line,
and
yeah.
petals.
That's cool.
Where does
Okay.
the rope come
No,
down?
I'm not gonna
Is
do
it
that.
like
Not
here?
gonna do
The-
It says there
The
where it
rope
says
comes
rope.
down
Says
Ah,
on
yeah.
the map.
I
This
didn't
side
see
here.
that.
where it says rope blue.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
I was too busy looking at the fucking manticore.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, guys! Let's do it over here! Sick
So we can just grab a little bit of string, a bit of rope real quick and just tie me onto the back of you.
Okay, guys, here's the plan.
Guys, you don't have much time.
Guys,
I've
here's the
carried
plan.
you in my
Guys,
talons before.
let's go.
You've never complained
Guys, listen.
before.
I turn into a giant bat. Whoever wants to hop on, hops on, and I'll
You
go
guys
down with
begin
my.
hearing drums.
Guys.
Yep.
Right, here's the plan. Kirok. Fuck, I can't remember your name. Roman. Air support. Air support.
Okay,
Me, Glory,
I grab
and
Roman in my feet and I
Fire.
start to fly up.
Me, Glory,
I'm a
and
giant bat.
Giant
Somebody
bat.
hop on.
Giant bat. Follow for support.
Okay,
Done.
I'm on the giant bat.
Boom, 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 boom.
As we go down,
Alright,
I'll
I
just
head
try and
rising and
open
rising
as quickly as I
Okay.
can.
Straight down.
I don't wait. I head down.
Straight
And
down.
as you guys
in the
begin to
middle.
dive, that's where we're going to call the session.
Eagle dive.
I don't even need to dive. I just have to drop it.
As we fall.
I'm now there.
Yeah, no, it's literally gonna be just fireball.
Fireballs.
Ask me and you are just like skydiving down, right?
That's settling.
I'll featherfall you, don't worry.
Okay. You didn't say the featherfall bit.
You need to mention that bit first.
Let's get halfway down, then I'll do it. Yeah, we'll get halfway down, then I'll do it. But yeah,
Just so
definitely.
it's
Anyway,
quicker.
next time.
And that is where we're going to call the session.
We'll see next week whether this very vague plan that we came up in 3 seconds works.
It'll work. It will work.
It actually sounds like a semi-decent plan, to be honest.
It certainly sounds like a plan.
It's a plan of sorts.
The integrity of the plan we will soon discover.
We'll see next Wednesday. Until then, take care, folks.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Drop it, game
Bye.
take.
Bye.
Is it Wednesday yet?
Maybe look at now.